Hi everybody, just to introduce myself if you're not already aware, my name's Caitlin, otherwise known as the Compatibility Coach, and I am a love and life coach who helps people change how love feels and create happy, healthy relationships, first and foremost with themselves and then with the other person. So today we're going to be talking about a very hot topic which I love, and this is for anybody whose friends call them too picky. So whether you question whether your standards are too high or whether actually you've just got great boundaries. So this is really going to be talking about standards and the concept of being too picky, because it's about getting the sweet spot, isn't it? When you are ready to date, when you are looking for that person, of having high standards but a flexibility around what your partner is going to look like and who they're going to be. Because what I see a lot of the time, sometimes with clients at the very beginning, but a lot of the time from an Instagram community, is we tend to prioritize things to be picky about. This usually looks like the physical, so looks, height, age, status in the world, what vibe they give off. Number 2 is we want the chase, we want the mystery. 3 is how their friends and family would judge them. And 4 is chemistry. They want the butterflies, they want the immediate attraction, they want all of that. And then usually people will talk about being funny, kind, nice, that kind of thing. So what I also see with clients is people will be a lot more discerning about somebody when those qualities, the 4 that I've just described, aren't there. So when it feels calm, when they're a nice person, when they make them laugh, when you can see that you are compatible, usually that's when people will start picking it apart and look for reasons to say no. And that was definitely my pattern, let's be honest. Whereas when we meet somebody that fulfills the kind of initial criteria of, being really attractive, you fancy them, they've got the great job, they tick all the boxes, they're a little bit mysterious, there's that energy, there's that chemistry, all our standards and boundaries go absolutely out the window. And we start putting up with behavior that we wouldn't, we start putting ourselves back in that quite anxious place of wanting to be chosen, and we start the push and the pull and the cycle again. So if we are in a place where our standards slip, our boundaries slip, and suddenly we're chasing after somebody because we think they have potential, that they're the type of person we should be with, and that's also something I hear a lot, is it should work, they should like me, they tick the boxes, and then we get really angry and frustrated if it doesn't, but it kind of means we slip back into that quite self-destructive pattern, and we can start to slip back into coping mechanisms that maybe no longer serve us, such as getting really anxious and overwhelmed and desperately wanting to cling on, out of the kind of fear of being left, or the actually cutting it off, avoiding, not communicating, not talking, pulling away, which also sabotages things, doesn't it? So really, if we flip it on its head, then it's great to be picky, but the things we should be picky about is, do they treat you with respect? Are they loyal? Are they kind? Do they make you laugh? Do they put in effort to get to know you? Do they make an effort? That should be the standard, not a nice thing to have, okay? Can you be yourself with them? Do you feel calm? Do you feel secure? How do you feel when you're with them? Because what we want, and this isn't the sexy thing, this isn't the attractive thing, but actually your long-term partner, you're going to feel secure around, you're going to feel calm around, you're going to feel comfortable, you're going to feel like you can be yourself, you're going to feel sexy and attractive and all those things. But there isn't really going to be the crashing highs and the lows that we get when we chase Mr. Unavailable. So it's going to feel calmer. And actually, when it is a bit more of a secure, healthy partnership, it feels calm, which to some of us means it feels very boring. It doesn't feel like there's the spark. And this was something I had to work through when I was dating, because it was, you know, when you are used to those, the crashing height, the emotional roller coaster, the game, the dance, and that anxious avoidant two-step program, then when we meet somebody who is secure, who doesn't trigger our nervous system, doesn't trigger our attachment tendencies, then it doesn't feel sometimes as up and down, which we sort of associate with chemistry. You know, the up and the down, the anxiety, we start to actually internalize and be like, yes, these are the butterflies, this is chemistry, this is what I'm after, just because of the experiences we've had so far in our internal system. Nothing wrong with it, it's just what we've learned so far, but it means now we need to unpick, we need to unlearn a little bit. So, you know, I think when we're thinking about standards, when we're thinking about what we want, you know, I'm all for you writing a list of everything you'd want in somebody and everything you'd need in somebody. But then I'd like you to go a little bit deeper and actually for each thing you've put, ask yourself why that's important to you. You know, for example, if you want over 6 foot, put it on your list, but then ask yourself why. Okay, it's height important because you want to feel protected. You want to feel safe. So actually it's not the height, it's the safety that we need. It's the security. If it's you want them to be really confident when they walk into a room. Okay, why? Because deep down you want everybody else to like them. Okay, so why is it important for everybody else to like them? Because I want to know that I've made a good choice. So actually the attribute there is about you not trusting your choice, and then we would need to work on you being more confident, you building that trust with you, you know. Or it could be, I want them to walk into a room and be really confident because actually I'm a bit of an introvert. Okay, so how do we get you more comfortable with that? Do you see what I mean? So usually there'll be an attribute, then there'll be the reason, then the real reason why we want it. So it's about doing the digging. And I also think there are a couple of good journaling questions to ask yourself on this one. If you are at the stage, which a lot of us go through, where you tend to want that chase, you want that mystery, it's very much the chemistry, the spark, the attraction, the status. If we're still wrapped up in that and you get a little bit repulsed by somebody who's nice to you, ask yourself why you can't accept somebody being kind to you, why you can't accept somebody being nice to you. What does that mean? And another good journaling question is, what can we say here? How do you want love to feel? How do you want to feel when you're with someone? Get really curious about that. Write that down. And that should be your basis, really, because chances are your soulmate's not going to come in the package you think. So it's about being able to actually settle into how you feel and how you want to be with somebody. And this isn't about settling, guys, just while I said the word settle. You're not going to marry somebody who you find repulsive and boring, doesn't make you laugh. Okay? But we need to maybe slightly tweak what your standards are and who you're picking in order to get the relationship you want. Anyway, right, my lovelies, I am off. But as always, please do rate, subscribe and review so I can keep making free content. And please do check out my website. On the 27th of September, I'm running an amazing group coaching program called Leading in Love, which I am so excited about. It is a 7-module program that's taking place over 10 weeks and is designed to rewrite your love story and change how love feels and get you in an amazing place where you're confident that your partner is on their way.